Coming up on UT10 News, a look at coronavirus on campus and beyond.
And we'll also follow why the university is sending some students bigger bills this fall.
Plus, Trump in Toledo. We'll take you to the president's rally last night at the airport. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kate Pence.
And I'm Normandy Burrow. Last night, over 3,000 people greeted President Trump at the Toledo Express Airport. With Election Day being only 42 days away, the president spoke for a little over an hour, giving his usual stump speech, including being pro-police, pro-Second Amendment, and keeping God in schools.
And I saw it. They're doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and I said, oh, there must be a typo. They left the words "under God" out of the Pledge of Allegiance, the Democrats.
Trump added that Ohio is the gateway to the White House. No Republican has ever won the presidency without winning Ohio.
Empty trucks are being sent out because there's no mail to fill them, as concerns rise about mail-in voting. The Postal Service continues to deal with mail delays. This started back in June when Postmaster General Louis DeJoy cut overtime and removed mail sorting machines. A 2020 U.S. Postal report states single-class mail sent through Detroit arrives within 3 to 5 days, just under 65% of the time.
If it doesn't make it here from that post office on time and misses that truck leaves without it, and then they send a supervisor in his own personal vehicle with the mail, and they drive it to the Metroplex after working all day.
The Postal Union is concerned that these issues will continue and are asking for the public's help by contacting their U.S. representative. The residence halls have introduced new guidelines to combat COVID-19. Reporter Yush Shingun looked into whether they are working.
The new rules include wearing masks, social distancing, and the staff disinfecting all surfaces. These changes have been in effect since August and are all part of the university's efforts to reduce the spread of coronavirus.
So inside the halls, they're doing what's required, but outside, once they leave the hall, you can't really stop everyone. So there are a lot of students not social distancing or wearing masks.
If we continue to see them not wearing a mask, we will have to file more IRs, which is an incident report, which could possibly lead to the repercussion of getting kicked out of the residence hall.
UT says residents violating COVID guidelines should be reported to them immediately. Contact the Office of Residence Life at 419-530-2924 if you see a violation. This is Yash Shingan for UT10 News.
UT and Azova Telehealth are conducting 2,000 random COVID tests this fall. Students and faculty on campus are randomly chosen for testing and can deny or accept. Those selected will receive an email from the university with a date and time to report to the glass bowl for testing. Participants spit into a test tube and get results back in less than 48 hours. UT is working with the Lucas County Health Department to improve safety.
They've taken a stance of making sure that students are protected, staff are protected, and this community is protected.
Positive test results will be added to the university's COVID dashboard. You can visit it through a link on our website. Nationally, grocery stores' meat supply chains have also been affected by coronavirus. As of September 18th, nearly 800 meatpacking and food processing factories have reported confirmed cases of COVID-19. In May, consumers and grocers dealt with restocking delays for meat products. According to the USDA, America produced over 86 million pounds of meat and poultry in July 2019 and 2020. Despite similar amounts, people are still concerned about possible meat shortages. Local grocery stores, including Kroger, say that their supply chain should continue to meet demand, and there is no issue in the Toledo and Detroit areas.
18 million children in America may experience food insecurity in 2020, according to a Feeding America report. In Northwest Ohio, food banks continue to serve communities during the pandemic despite a food shortage. The Seagate Food Bank has been struggling getting food supplies to their location at 526 High Street. Community Engagement Director Sherry Dennis says food transportation problems have made matters worse.
Yes, there was a shortage. And by that, I mean, it's not that the food wasn't available. The food was totally available. During the beginning of COVID, the issue wasn't food. Even in the grocery stores, the issues wasn't food. The issues was transportation. It was the trucks getting the food in.
If you or someone you know is dealing with food insecurity, click on the Seagate link on ut10news.com. The University of Toledo is now requiring proof of medical insurance. In response to the pandemic, they are now charging all students for medical insurance. The cost for fall semester is $911. For spring, it's just over $1,400, and it's over $2,300 for the entire year. The plan is run by Anthem Provider Network and also covers prescription drug plans. To waive the insurance, students must prove they are covered by another plan. Go to the My UT portal under My Registration Steps, then click on the Health Insurance, Enroll, Change or Waive link, and fill out the forms. The deadline to submit the waiver is September 30th.
More local businesses are going virtual to deal with the impact of COVID-19. Reporter Morgan Cronenwet spoke with some of the owners about their businesses.
Businesses in the area started going virtual in March, including Spotlight Studio in Monroe, Michigan. The studio currently offers virtual dance classes and shows for over 40 students. 12 of their live shows have been canceled due to the statewide shutdown.
I don't think we reached more people necessarily, but we were able to keep our student base involved.
Laurel's Princess Parties in Toledo has also been struggling with getting in-person bookings. The business has gained 10,000 followers on Facebook due to their virtual character playdates. The company has even started to reach people thousands of miles away.
So we have families in Canada, in Spain, in New York. I mean, we reached so many of the states, it was insane.
Both these businesses plan to keep these virtual elements available over the next few months. I'm Morgan Cronenwet, UT 10 News.
Movie theaters have reopened to the public, but there are major changes. Reporter Michael Sandlin takes an inside look at these measures.
On September 3rd, movie theaters all across Ohio reopened, and guests will notice some major changes due to COVID-19. Adjusting to the demands of the pandemic has been no small feat for movie theaters. To ensure the safety of guests, cleaning and safety measures have been implemented. A Cinemark employee says every seat in the building is sprayed down with special sanitizer before and after every show. In addition, every other row is closed off for social distancing, and when you reserve a seat, the 2 seats next to you are immediately blocked off. The movie theaters are only accepting cards as payment, and high-touch areas are also being given special attention. Several customers say the proper precautions are taking place. For these moviegoers, after months of practicing proper coronavirus procedure at other venues, doing the same thing at the movie theaters become part of this new normal. However, not everyone is comfortable returning to the public, even with the precautions in place.
I don't see that it's worth having the chance of getting sick and then spreading it to my parents or my grandparents or my friends.
Even though some aren't ready to return to the silver screen due to health concerns, for others, the excitement of returning to cinemas outweighs any fears.
I've missed the release of Black Widow and Tenet especially because I like Christopher Nolan. So we were actually going to go to Canada to see it, and then we saw that they were open in Toledo, so we drove from Michigan.
However, despite enthusiasm from returning attendees, according to Box Office Mojo's data, ticket sales for the first 3 weeks of September were down 80% compared to the same time last year. Moviegoers should expect the safety measures to remain in place for the foreseeable future. Reporting from Maumee, Michael Sandlin, UT 10 News.
UT's marching band is adjusting to the new normal this fall. Reporter Cheyenne Castora was at Carter Field.
The members are getting used to the new setup and uniform to perform safely. Members wear masks designed to let them play with their nose and mouth covered. Instruments with bells must have a bell cover to lower the risk of aerosol spread while playing. Athletic Bands Director Andrew Rhodes says the College Band Directors National Association set up these safety measures.
They have not yet reached their conclusion and been peer reviewed and all of that, but the initial findings suggest that it's really not any worse than talking.
The members march in place and will add dance moves when they play. The band had their first performance, Sounds of the Stadium, September 12th in the Glass Bowl.
We're going to do some stand tunes and stuff, some of fan favorites like Tuba Nation, some Carry On, some Crazy Trains, and we're actually adding a new tune. We're adding The Kids Aren't All Right.
You can view their first performance on the University of Toledo Rocket Marching Band's Facebook page and keep an eye out for future performances. Reporting from Carter Field, I'm Cheyenne Castura, UT 10.
That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT 10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Normandy Burrell and all our crew, I'm Kate Pence. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from UT campus.